Hello, boys and girls. It is Mrs. Reyes. So now we're going to be subtracting across zeros. So as you can see in our top problem, we've got 700 minus 437. So you can see that I've got my 700s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so when you look at the place values, you're going to notice that 37, you can't subtract 0 from 37. So what we need to do is we're going to need to take one of our hundreds. We're going to need to cash that in for 9 tens and then 10 ones. So this is going to be the one that we cash in. So I already have pre-placed in our 9 tens. And then the only other thing that I'm going to need to add is my ones. Now you're going to notice here that when I add 9 tens together, that equals 90. And remember, 100 is worth 100. So I'm going to need to make sure that I have 100 total. So I'm going to come here and try to lift this up a little bit. So now here I'm going to add my singles in, my ones in. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you can see 90 plus 10 is 100. So now I can go ahead and get rid of this because I basically cashed it in. Now I need to update all of my numbers. So this would be a 6. This is going to be a 9 because we have 9 tens. And this is going to be a 10 because we have 10 ones. So remember, we took 100 and now we've made 9 tens plus 10 ones equals 100. So all of my black long bars and my black dots all equal the same thing as one blue box, one blue rectangle. So now that I've done this, I can go ahead and do my subtracting. 10 minus 7 equals 3. 9 minus 3 equals 6. 6 minus 4 equals a 2. So 263. And if I go ahead and if I add 263 to a 437 and do my addition, 3 and 7 is 10. 6 and 3 is 9, plus 1 is another 10. And then 4, 5, 6, 7, 700. So you can see that I did it correctly. So I'm going to go ahead and erase that just because I want to make sure that it doesn't interfere with my next one. So now that the top one is done, I'm going to look at the bottom one. Now this time, instead of having to draw everything out, I'm just going to show you the procedure. So when you have a full 100, an even 100, and you're trying to subtract not an even 100 from it, then you have to cross out the 100, put 1 less. You're going to cross out your 0 in your tens column, and you're going to put a 9. You're going to cross out the 0 in your ones column, and you're going to replace it with a 10. Once you do this procedure, then you can go ahead and do your subtracting. 10 minus 4 is 6. 9 minus 7 equals 2. And 7 minus 3 equals 4. So 426. Over here, this is our subtract 1 strategy. So I'm going to go ahead again, and I'm going to erase that. If I take my 800 and if I subtract 1 from it, I get 799. If I take my 374 and if I subtract 1 by it, I get 374. Now, since by taking 1 away from each one, I can go ahead and subtract. I'll get the same exact difference. However, I didn't have to regroup anything. So 9 minus 3 is 6, 9 minus 7 is a 2, and 7 minus 3 is 4, 426. And if I take my 426, and if I add it to my 374, just to do my quick check, I've got a 6 plus 4, which is a 10. This is a 2. This is a 7. This is just not coming out very nicely today. Sometimes the programs don't work right. 7 plus 2 is 9, plus 1 is another 10. So you got to carry your 1. And then I got a 4 plus 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8, 800. So you can see it matches. So I know it was correct. So that's subtracting across 0.